Hello and welcome back to Gnomoria. We're at the title screen. We haven't had a patch, but someone said in the comments of the last episode that they didn't recognize the UI, that they thought it might have been a newer version, but no, unfortunately, still waiting on 0.8.29.1. But hopefully, a new patch will be out today, with any luck. Now, let's return to our glorious gnomes and the wonderful, happy, joyous kingdom of spider slaughter, which really should have been called manslaughter. Come on, let's face it. Though a couple of people I've noticed have been asking for us to delve into the depths, so we may yet be slaughtered by spiders. Who knows? But what we're going to do is I've changed my mind a bit on how we're going to set this up. I've had a few ideas in how we can set up the traps to better make use of what we've got. First, I'm going to be moving these. So let's go ahead and just deconstruct these areas. That one and that one. What on earth is that? It's a stockpile for what? It's a stockpile for nothing. How crazy. I must have accidentally placed it at one point. Now, we're on the 10th day of fall, and I very seriously doubt we're going to be dealing with any traders, but just in case, I think it's probably best that we have at least one market stall made, so we'll go ahead and place it there. At the same time, we no longer need this, so we're going to get rid of that one. These farms should be more than enough to carry us through, I hope. Now, I've got some plans on how to build this up, but I don't want to get too distracted with doing that sort of thing in this episode. I want to work on other stuff for now, namely this. So, first step, we want to deconstruct this training ground and the torch. And we've got a well over here. Let me just double check that there's... Ooh, two mans have died. Where? Why? Who? Okay. Where did the other one die? Oh. Good work. Let's check this out. It's been a while since we've seen any mans die. It's probably not going to be this one. Maybe this one? Two-headed ogre versus something. Let's have a quick look. So, wow, the ogre opened up with a bite. Well done. Hitting the thorax, smashing the kitten. The mant stings the two-headed ogre, hitting the left mouth and poking the jaw. Two-headed ogre bites the mant, hitting the thorax and smashing the kitten. Chitin. I keep doing that. Every single episode that I pronounce that word, I pronounce it two ways. I need to just pick one and stick with it. Or go onto dictionary.com or something and click the listen to button. I will get it right eventually. The mant bites with her mandibles at the two-headed ogre, but the two-headed ogre dodges, which is quite impressive considering how agile the mants are and how not agile the two-headed ogres are. But then again, it's got 4 eyes, presumably, so it's got a little bit of a tactical advantage. Two-headed ogre punches the mant, mant bites, and there he is, he's bleeding now. So it's a matter of time, but you did take out 2 mants by the look of it. Let's scroll through and see if we can find the death. Well, actually, that was a lot of pink. Right leg is bleeding, mant gets up. Ogre's left foot is bleeding, so you're bleeding from a lot of places. Right leg is bleeding. Mant is knocked back. Mant falls to the ground. Punches the mant, hitting the right leg and smashing the chitin. Mant bites with the mandibles. Mant is knocked back twice. The mant's right compound eye has been mangled and she is temporarily blinded. Well done, ogre. Mant gets up. Two-headed ogre bites, punches. Mant bites. Looks like the ogre was getting more hits there. The mant can see again. Oh no! Two-headed ogre's upper body's bleeding. Mant falls to the ground. Two-headed ogre, lots of bleeding. Let's find, where did you kill stuff? Come on. There's got to be some awesome death message in here somewhere. Something died there. There. The two-headed ogre punches the mant, hitting the thorax, crushing the chitin, and crushing the heart. Punched him through the armor of its... like its exoskeleton straight into the heart. I like to imagine it didn't punch the heart so much as reached inside, took the heart in its maybe 4-fingered fist, 3 digit, you know, cartoon-like fist. You know how they always draw ogres without 5 digits on their hands. That took hold of the heart and just crushed it. That's what I like to believe. Probably didn't happen that way, but it's my prerogative to interpret these things as I see fit. Here we go. Hit ogre, kicked the mant, hitting the thorax, crushing the chitin, crushing the heart. Yep. And the thorax had been mangled. So in that case, stamped on it. Stamped straight through. Got all kinds of weird goo on its foot. Only it didn't, because they don't bleed. They're apparently not full of liquids. These are ancient mants full of dust. And dust doesn't leak out when there's a hole. At least not this kind of dust. I'm still waiting on these jobs to be done. They should get to them. Let's check out this well. Has this got water? Yes. In that case, we no longer want this one. So go ahead and just deconstruct this well for me. We're going to pull everything down and across. Now what I would like is to have a little room back here that controls this, with a lever that opens that door. Now this shouldn't be in the actual arena section of this area. It should be outside. So our civilians can pull that lever back and forth as they want. And what I'm hoping to do is have this lowered. The mans come charging in, they start fighting. And once we've got a few in, like 1 or 2 that have gotten past, we just pull the lever again so the others can't get in. So we've got time to deal with what survived. Now, that hole has been terrible for us in the past. So quickly get that covered, please. Thank you. This is being built. Well done. Anything else happening? Yes, more mants are dying. That was 3 mants died up there. Man's been spotted. 2 ogre has bled to death, but this mant has died. Right, let's pause the game for a moment. Let's have a look. Ooh, you look a bit mean. What kind of sword is that? Oh, it's an iron hand axe. It looked like a sword. Oh, I see the axe blade there. It's like the dark colour there, and that must be like maybe a birch haft. Oh, and there's a dual-wielding ogre there, goblin there. Who else is on this map? There's 2 two-headed ogres there. Wow. Okay, so our fortress worth is really going to be a problem. We are getting serious people coming right now, and it's just constantly going up. Okay, right, back to this. Got that being covered over, so we want... I don't want any training grounds in here, because realistically, training grounds, they should be outside. They should be doing their training away from the fighting. And for now, they're kind of doing that. Let's remove this designation for now. It's not really doing us any good, and it's taking up an awful lot of space. And deconstruct this as well. I'm going to build 2 training grounds, maybe one up here, maybe one by there. Because this area is only going to be opened when I open it, and at that time I'm going to have the military on guard duty. So it should be okay. Now what I do want, and one thing that I've changed my mind on from the last episode, is I do actually want them to have the axles coming through this. I want this on its own power source, if that makes any sense. I want this to be able to be activated or deactivated separate to these traps. So that does mean I'm going to need to mine this wall again and lay the axles through. But this time I'll just have the lever here. So we can start that up now. Let's go down here. We want an axle there, there. And we would also like a lever here. So they can get that done. Now, I'm almost certain that this is going to take more windmills than we've currently got. But that's the price we pay for this sort of thing. Now, the other thing I could do is I could have this completely walled off. And instead have stairs coming down from up here, so that if someone wanted to get over here, they've got to go up these stairs, along the wall and down. But I don't really know if I'm going to be gaining anything for making it harder to manage for our gnomes. It's a bit of a question, that one. We'll have to see. Now, let's view axle. Oh, wait, that one's active. Let's remove that one. And now that that's done, let's build a bunch of axles moving up here. 1, 2, 3. So that shouldn't be too hard for them to get sorted. We do want to remove this, well... Yeah, we want to remove this door because we want all of this to be traps, basically. Now, while they're doing that, right, we've got our training grounds deconstructed, so let's rebuild those. Now, can one fit up here? It can, if we wanted to. Might be kind of cool. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. So we'll have 2 training grounds there and there. That does mean we can redesignate the area for dirt. It doesn't need to be much. I don't think we need a big dirt stockpile at the moment, honestly. We'll just have it up here. We'll just have it that big. And I guess this is a big dirt stockpile, but... And once again, we want this on one of the lower priorities. We don't want it competing with any important job, basically. So that's what people will do when there's literally nothing better for them to do. Now, this should be all set up, so that's up. That's good. That's what we want. And what I'm thinking is having... See, the best way for this... Ideally, what I'd like is for a bunch of these walls to trigger. Go up, kill anything that comes through. And what I want to trigger that is a pressure plate. Now, the pressure plate will have power only if it has been given a activation, like a trigger from over here. But someone has suggested that I have something like a Sally port made. So an alternate way out that it will only be used when I know everything's clear. And it does have its merits, that suggestion. So let's think. I could have it over here and connect it to these again. That wouldn't be too difficult. Have a lever there going across to a little Sally port with a little wall coming down. So it still gives me a little bit of time to get my... You know, if the worst thing comes to worst, there is one person there, I can have that guy retreat and just back right out of there. And I think that wouldn't be too bad of an idea, honestly. Yeah, we'll start the construction of that. We'll just lay down the plans, the dirt plans. So we'll have the axle traveling in this direction. So I'll put... Actually, I don't know. Could have the lever just there. So just a door, just right in front of it, but... Maybe there. And I'll just walk through it. That wouldn't be too bad. So we'll just get a bit of dirt there. And stairs up. Again, soil stairs. Right here. And then... floor. There. And finally, another stairs up. Here. That will go down when that's all been built up. But we'll have a little lever over here. So, let's put these down. We want mechanisms, another axle there, axle there, axle there. Want another lever. There. Finally, want another mechanical wall. Again, anywhere. There will do. Right, so, I don't know how many axles we have. I think that's the last, so we need 1, 2, enough for a lever, and whatever is required for a mechanical base. So let's go check that out. We've got some traps already made by the looks of it. That's excellent. Right, 2-headed ogre is bled to death. Okay. Right, the mechanical wall requires a mechanical base and any bar. Make it out of copper, please. And a copper mechanical base as well. Mechanical base itself requires 2 gears. Take 2 copper gears and a spring. That's fine. And a lever requires a mechanical base and any rod. So, should be fine. So we're going to need another mechanical base. Wow. It is going to end up being quite costly. So I need 4 gears, 2 springs. I need anything? No, that's fine. 4 gears, 2 springs, and a rod. Oh, wow. So make me copper rod. 2 of those. And we've got plenty of springs, but we'll make another 2. And that should sort that out. Now let's speed up time for a little bit. While they're working on that, let's have a look. We are going to probably be plumbing the depths of the fort soon enough. Probably sooner than I would really like to, honestly, given that we're a bit underpowered. But it may be that the denizens of the dark are less dangerous to us than the mants at this point. Let's get this area better lit. And also replace this wall with dirt. And continue with our plans. Now, that shouldn't take too long for them to get set up. And let's just build the next layer of wall here. In fact, we could floor that off. And that kind of works out well. So let's get that done. Completely, another mantis died. Completely unintentional, but awesome nonetheless. Let me just check what else has been happening. Honey badgers died, lots of things have died. Let's zoom out for a bit. Mants over there, a few mants there. Virtually nothing alive over here though. Has everything else been killed? There's 1 mant there. Is there nothing else? There's 2 mants. Okay, we see 2 mants on the map right now. Oh no, there we are. Those 2 goblins. Damn it. If it had just been 2 or even 4 mants, I would have gone for it, but no. Not for the moment then. Right, we'll get that built there. Followed by a wall, and then a stairs up. So we're just waiting on that wall to be made. Why are you going all the way down there to get the dirt? I don't know, because there's loads of dirt but there. Oh, we're a bit high up. Okay, and it's all stairs up as well. We'll give the gnome a little bit of time to get there and start working on that before we set up the next one. There we go. Excellent. Right, that works out quite well. So that's our little mechanics area. We can rebuild this wall though, and we will. And then maybe wall this part off. That is kind of cool as well, because it does mean that anything that wants to attack us will probably... I may want to get rid of these stairs elsewhere around the fort, actually. Because that does mean that if anything should slip past and get in, it has to. The only way into the main part of the fort is definitely through our military. And I really should have people working, practicing, getting better. Damn it. There we go. Chop chop. Yeah, I like that idea. Let's make that so. So we want to deconstruct this and start work on this wall down here. So we want another dirt clump wall, just about this big, I think will do nicely. However, we are going to need some stairs up in order to put a wall on top of that. So let's go ahead and build some stairs on this corner, followed by dirt floor right across this whole area. And then we'll take this up. Well, no, we won't bother taking that up. We don't need to. But we'll put the floor on it just to make it look good. And then we'll replace it with stone later on. But there we go. That's our little safe area. I hope they're pulling those crates out of the way, because they do that in Door Fortress. It would be silly if they're just placing the crates there and deleting whatever it was there. Be a bit wasteful. Now, how much power is in this system? We should be fine. I think we'll be good. If we do need to, we'll have to put a third windmill there just to control the entrance and exit from the fort. Now, what's going on down here? We're still on mechanism bases. And you. Now, unfortunately, as we've lost one of our engineers, that is going to put a bit of a dampener on our constructions. It's unfortunate, but there's really nothing we can do about that one. I think I was working on... What was I working on? Was it on a weaponsmith? I think it was. Let's go to the workshop. And metal. Weaponsmith. Yeah. I haven't got an anvil yet, though. Have we not got an anvil? Ah, damn it. Okay. Balls. And that place is now chock-a-block with bars, so I need somewhere to put those. Are these full? These are full of copper bars. As far as the eye can see. Tin, silver, malachite, silver, tin, 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 tin. Loads of bars. Okay. I really should put forge bronze bar at the top here, because we are creating a problem. That should be on repeat. Damn it. Okay, let's temporarily shift all of these bars, metal bars, out of there. So hopefully a bunch of bars are gonna get shifted over here. Then we'll remove that designation because the next couple of bars are going to be made of bronze. But first, I would really like that anvil made. I hope that'll happen anyway. Let's actually... Oh no, there we go. Something's been noticed. Let's just make sure this all gets sorted. Right, okay, there we go. That's fine. You don't need to store bars here any longer. There we go. So they'll be moved out of there when it's possible. And bronze bars will be stored up here. We've already got one crate full of bars. That's kind of awesome. Now, what can you make? Do you actually make anything out of bronze? Yeah, you do. Couple of things. We'll allow you to continue to store bronze there. But we would like... Let's get a stockpile for bronze for the weaponsmith. Now, I'm not going to put a copper stockpile here because I don't actually want anything made out of copper. Eventually, I won't want anything made out of bronze either. But for now... Once we've got iron, then we'll replace that, and so on and so forth. I might keep bronze there for a little while, so it's the next step down, but really, there should be no reason for us to need that at the copper at the moment, so I won't bother with that one. And where are you? Bronze again. And if we... Oh, more mounts have been spotted. Damn it. Build some crates here, please. And that should be sorted. Now, I fancy that our tinkerer, or engineer rather, is asleep. Let's find you. Where are you? Commie Cat. What are you doing, Commie Cat? Oh no, you're building something. Okay. What are you building? Oh, you're building fences. Not a high enough priority right now. Stop worrying about those. That's just aesthetics. And as important as aesthetics are, we kind of need our fort to be fixed. So, let's deconstruct this now. No longer want that there. And also, we would like this dug down into a ramp. And furthermore, you deconstruct this. Nope, wrong. Sometimes it glitches out a bit when you try to deconstruct something from the tile above, from the level above it. Right, who's going to get this? Oh, no. Damn it. Just cancel this job for now. Because whoever was going to dig that ramp has decided not to. Maybe because they realized the stairs were going to be taken away. Maybe, you know, Mr. C and Trashy Bagels and Boulder were just derps up on that tower. Maybe normal Gnome AI tells them, no, this would be a terrible idea. I will die. But they just didn't heed the warning. Right. Let's have a look outside, see what's been going on. Honey Badger died. More mans have been spotted everywhere. Goblin has died. Zoom in there. Wow. Lots of crazy stuff. And once again, our kingdom worth's probably risen. Yes, by another 10k. I need to get this stuff off the map. I don't even want to wear it. I just want to get rid of it at this point. Let's forage this plant. These wheat tiles first, though. There we go. Right. So we've got 2 market stalls. And that is enough for now. Next, we want the area that's going to be in here. I could have this come down, a final lock. I'm kind of keen on that. If I hook it up to this, like an axle up to this lever here, then what would happen is if... Ooh, has it been built? Oh, it has. Wonderful. If the lever is activated here, oh, wait, no. It'd be the opposite way around. I'd want to stop power from going to it normally. So I'd need another axle coming off that one. Another lever. Wow, this is getting expensive. But I could do it. And have that lever connect down here to a door. So that when I open this up, I can seal this one off. So our defenders are locked in. But I can easily do that with just digging the wall away, I guess. And likewise, I could have done that with there. But we'll see. As for this part, though, the actual traps, we want 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I want to give them enough room that a lot of hostiles will be behind them. Because there's no point in just doing it if only like 2 mans are going to be killed. We want a lot of things to die. So maybe down here, if we decide, all right, this is where the entry point is going to be. If I put something there, so we want them to come all the way down here, and there'll be a pressure pad there. Now, is there anything I can do here to turn this off? No. When this pressure pad is activated, all of these mechanical walls shunt up, killing anything that's there. However, ideally, when that happens, this mechanical wall, yeah, would have another mechanical wall here that would also push up, thus blocking the path of the man that stood on the pressure plate. Now, from what I understand, hatches work in the opposite way to walls. So when the hatch is receiving power, it opens. When it's not receiving power, it's closed. So we could have that happen, which, or rather, when it's got power, it's closed, and when it's not got power, it's open. So when it steps on this pressure pad, all of these mechanical walls rise, killing anything that's behind it. This mechanical wall rises, blocking its way forward. This hatch closes, giving it a valid path. It steps on the hatch, that's no longer on the pressure pad, that's no longer receiving power, that's plummets to its death. That would be a bit cheesy, if I'm honest. It wouldn't be honorable, but it may just work. So we're going to do that. We're going to change this. I'm going to remove this crate out of there. I'm going to have it somewhere in here, wherever the fight is going to take place. Though, having said that, I could leave that there, actually. Yeah, okay. We'll have the path for the wall, the traps, I'm not going to make it that long because that'll take us an age to make all the parts for it. So let's go ahead and just mark this out. We'll have them come down here. We'll have the pressure pad here. So this is the way to where the guards gnomes are going to be guarding, and that's what the mant is trying to get to. And up here, or even there perhaps, which means we could do away with this area completely. I don't know. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. So there'll be a mechanical wall there, mechanical walls up here, and a pressure pad, I'm thinking. Though, actually thinking about that, I'm going to need the power to come from a different direction so that it works for us, works well for us. So I'll just change this slightly. I might have to move the actual mechanical walls down a little bit. We'll have the power coming from over here. So a pressure pad here. False, the trapdoor maybe there. And that should work. And then the mechanical wall there that controls access to the guard station, which would be down here. And would consist mostly of just a few guards doing their thing. That shouldn't be too bad. In fact, that should be fairly good. Let's get the walls set up, and then that's going to be the end of this episode. So another bit of a planny episode, this one. Mostly me just kind of working out what on earth I'm going to do. But we're getting there now. I could wall all of this area off, actually. And I like that. We'll do that. We'll wall these areas off completely. Just in case. I know someone has mentioned that, generally speaking, you're not going to have a problem with the mechanical walls. When they rise, they'll kill everything on them, regardless whether there was a roof above them or not. But we'll err on the side of caution and build as if that matters. And that is it for this episode. We are still waiting on 2 axles and a lever to get the little Sally port built. We have restored this part, and we're going to leave that there. We'll probably end up with a couple more windmills, I imagine. At least 1, maybe 2 more. Well, I think it'll only be 1 more to power that mechanical wall. And then we're going to have a bank of windmills over here to power all of these traps. It's going to take a little bit of time, but I think it will be worth it. Now the trap door is going to be here. So we're going to want to put a killing pit down here somewhere. But that will be for the next episode. I think the next 2 or 3 will probably be me planning this all out and getting everything made. But once I'm settled on the design, and I'm fairly settled on this one, I am going to let our engineers carry on with that and probably look at digging down. We need some metals badly. So that is the order of business for the next episode. Just lay the groundwork, make sure that everything is being built that needs to be built. So decide how many mechanical walls, set up the build orders for all of that. And yeah, then have a look at digging a little bit deeper. So I hope you'll be able to join me for that. But as always, until then, do take care.